Welcome back to SnakeFang Podcast. I'm your host, Logan James, and on today's show, we're back with Greg.
What's up?
Yeah, it's not going to be great times, but Greg wanted to do maybe a quick podcast in regards to something that occurred today.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Make this quick.
So yesterday I had nonsense news, and I added one of the segments, the sports segment. I added that just because I needed some more content, and I did that with Jace because that's usually the thing you talk about, sports. But in today's news that came out today,
Correct.
yeah,
Today's
correct.
Today's
news came out today. They legalized sports betting. The Supreme Court overruled the federal court, I think is what it was, and they overruled it like 6-3, something like that. How many people are in the Supreme Court?
6-3.
6-3.
Yeah, 9.
So
6-3. It was a New Jersey. It was
no, the Supreme Court overruled it because Chris Christie in New Jersey wanted to legalize sports gambling
back when he was governor.
Nationwide. So now they overruled that, and so nationwide now you're able to.
So there was a 1992 federal law that prohibited most states from authorizing sports betting. Obviously, Nevada was excluded from that. So Nevada lobbied hard against this bill,
because they had a monopoly on
this ruling or whatever the law, whatever you want to call it. They had a monopoly on it. They did not want this to happen. This is going to take a lot of revenue away from Las Vegas for sure.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, at the moment, like, what do? Like, you just get a bookie that runs the numbers in Vegas for you? I don't know how it works. Like, how would you do a sports game? How would you do a sports bet now, like, before this got legalized here in Florida? Tell me the illegal way to do it.
I was going to say 100% you do it illegally. 99% of people do it illegally. It's a $150 billion industry, they said. Billion with a B. $150 billion industry of illegal sports betting per year. So now state and, small-time federal government might not get much out of it. I don't know how exactly it's going to work, but the state governments are going to make some money off of this for sure. So sports betting, you would find someone that might know, like a book or a bookie, whatever, and you'd go to that person, and whether it's tracked by hand or paper or online, even now accounts, you can get usernames and passwords, and they even have overseas things like Bovada and like sportsbook.ag and like some of these other ones that are ran out of like the Cayman Islands or some are ran out of even like Vietnam and like Thailand and stuff, like all over the world. Like
Bet Who was one that was in Canada. And somebody like I knew that used that site. Like, I guess what occurred up there was that during a Super Bowl party back in 2014, they raided the Super Bowl party that had huge crime organizations that were a part of it, and they raided it and they shut it down. And this guy still owed like $700 to these crime organizations. And I was like, dude, you're fucked, dude. Wow. You better figure out how to send your money to them, because if you can't, I guess I'll say some words at your funeral or something.
That is a crazy story, dude.
But yeah, no, like there's illegal ones just like that. Like that's one of the only ones that I know of specifically outside of that, because I'm not into the sports betting. I know that you...
Notre Dame, baby. That's why I got my jersey on.
Please refrain from hitting the mic,
This is
Gregory.
Jimmy Clausen, baby.
Oh, Jimmy
Clausen, your favorite player.
Jimmy Clausen's the goddamn best football player of all time. But yeah, you're big into sports. You're big into things like that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I started betting a little bit, just like with books and stuff, and then just with friends, like whatever. Like, oh, I think $20. Who's gonna win? Blah blah blah, or whatever. So. It's been pretty fun, but yeah, now if it's legal, like I definitely will. Like,
and you're gonna lose all your fucking money.
I'll be very responsible.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna go down immediately. But it's still up to the state to actually exercise this right and state that they're.
Yeah, but with online stuff, with these apps, like DraftKings is already starting. They're like trying to get it set up to where like you can just go on DraftKings.com, which is the fantasy football one, which they were trying to shut down, and some states did shut down the fantasy football. You know about that?
Yeah, but that was complete. But they were trying to shut it down because of the illegal things that were occurring. I think it was DraftKings, and what's the other one?
FanDuel.
So basically, they have the statistics on both sites that basically are ran the same. And so people that work at FanDuel can't bet on FanDuel, but a way around that, they bet on DraftKings. And so there was this huge thing where basically these employees from both of these different companies were betting on each other's sites because they had the same statistics, and they had better chance of winning money, like exponential chance better. of winning the pot. I don't know exactly how it works, but that was like the illegal thing that occurred, that they were like, we need to just shut this down. Like, this is ridiculous. People can't even really win. It's set up. It's a scam. But I mean, sports betting, like on its own, like in Vegas, I'm assuming is a lot. I guess you can win more times than like on DraftKings or FanDuel or something like that. I don't know exactly how it's set up.
It's set up in numerous ways. There's numerous entries you can do. Like, you can join a group of like 1.5 million people that play, and like if you're in the top certain percentile, you can get a big cash prize of 10,000 down to like 5,000, all the way down to like making you enter for $2, you make $5 back if you're in a certain percentile, or you lose completely. You can also do one-on-one for $5, $10, $100. 1,000, 5,000. Like, me and you head up $5,000 for like just a Sunday of NFL football.
Really?
People do that. Yeah, it's insane. I don't know what the limit is, but I know that it can definitely go to at least 1,000, if not probably 5 or 10,000.
Really?
Just one-on-one. Like, so basically, we both put up $10,000. FanDuel takes 500, and then the winner gets 19.5.
Yeah.
Did I say 5,000 or 10,000?
You said 5. No, you said we both put up 10,000.
Yeah,
they take 500.
10,000, so they take 500.
19.5.
19.5. Yeah.
Quick math.
Something like that. Yeah.
Quick math.
So I had a friend at Millsaps that we did like FanDuel for a little while. Well, I had like 2 or 3 friends that were doing it, and then like one of them hit a like, I want to say it was $17,500, like out of
jackpot.
So out of, I don't know the number. It's an astronomical number, 500,000.
Yeah.
Or 250,000, whatever it was. He placed third.
Hey, but he could only win if he got first place, or did he win?
No, you win at first place makes 50,000, second place makes 25, third place makes 17.5.
Wow, so he won all that money?
10. He won $17,500. I sent him a check in the mail. He literally called me.
What did he do immediately with that money?
Dude, I was so scared because I was working security at the time. And he called me. I had like 3 missed calls, like 4, like, call me. And it was a Monday night. I remember it because that's when the game ended. It was like a Sunday night, Monday night thing. And I remember sitting in front of the fraternity house, and this dude was like, bro, get in the car. We're going to party. I was like, what? He's like, we're going to the bar. I'm like, it's Monday night at like 11:30. No, I'm going home. He's like, dude, have one drink with me. Guess what just happened? I was like, what? He's like, look at this. And he shows me the thing. It says $17,500 win.
$17,500.
I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I came in third place out of 200,000 or whatever the number was. What?
It's insane.
Yeah, I'm getting $17,500, and the kid just did it on a whim. Put like $5 to enter, and just hit like a crazy. He played a weird lineup, but he was a Texans fan, Houston Texans. They were playing on that Monday night game.
Yeah.
So he picked Andre Johnson, who was a really good player so it was the Colts playing that night, and Andre Johnson used to play for the Texans, so he really likes him. On the Colts, he didn't produce as much, but he put him in. He scored like 2 touchdowns. No, like less than 1% of people had that guy in their lineup. Would have
picked him, yeah.
Yeah, so he balled out on that, and then had a few other good ones, and the kicker helped him out or something. Like, I think the kicker at the end, like, if he would have made this field goal, would have boosted him to first place or something, but he like missed. It might have changed everything up, but I don't know. Either way, it was insane. It was wild. And then like I had another friend that like we started strategically doing it. We did pretty good. We made like maybe enter $5, make like 50 or something. But
and then you lost it all immediately.
No, I mean we pulled out.
So
I don't know.
So with like the sports betting, like I'm assuming that's the larger amount of money, and like you can do parlays and stuff.
Yeah, they have all sorts of stuff with sports betting, man. Sports betting gets crazy. So you can bet like what's called the money line.
Yeah.
So the money line is where you bet on which team's gonna win. So
is that like the parlay money line? So you have to pick each team that's gonna win.
No. So this is just a straight bet, just one bet on one game. So for basketball and football specifically, the money line is going to be, say, a basketball team is favored by 5 points. So their money line might be minus 200, which means for every 200 that you risk, you get 100 back. So if you bet 200, say the Cavaliers are minus 5, which means they're favored to win by 5 or more.
Yeah.
And you want to bet them just to win the game. So they win by 1, you still win. You bet $200, you would return 100. So if you pay 200 to the casino in Las Vegas, you give them $200. They give you a ticket back to where if the Cavaliers win, you collect 300. You get your initial 200 back plus 100. If it was 400, you would get 600 back. 400 plus the 200 that you win. So that's the easy way to say it is in denominations of 100. Then if you bet on the underdog team that's a plus 5, which means a 5-point underdog, they're favored to win they're favored to lose by 5 or underdog by 5. So if you bet them just to win, so they have to win the game. If you cover the spread, I'll explain the covering the spread later. But if you bet them just to win the game, they would be like a plus 150. So that for every 100 you risk, you get 150 back. So if you put 100 down, you get 250 back. Yes. So, and they cover that. It's never like minus 200 and plus 250. Because then the casino's not covering themselves. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a gap there in that. So a minus 200 is going to have like a plus 150. A minus 400 is going to have like a plus 250.
They're trying to like half each thing that comes in, basically.
Yeah, there's always a spread.
Something
because
like
then
that.
Once you get down to the spread, the actual point spread, so on a basketball game, it's a 5-point spread. Both bets are minus 110.
Yeah.
So the house, they adjust the spread based on where the money's going. So if the spread is minus 5, Cavaliers favored by 5, and everyone's betting Cavaliers minus 5, all of a sudden the spread's going to go minus 6 because they want more people to take the plus 6 because at 110, everyone's betting on the Cavs. If you have 50 people put 110 on the Cavs and 50 people put 110 on the Celtics against the spread, you're collecting 110 from one side, you're paying out 100 the other, so it's guaranteed $10 profit on all that.
Yeah,
they
each
want
one of them.
Even money to be on each against the spread, so that's how the spread gets shifted.
Yeah.
It's not on what experts think. Experts make the line, and then the market determines where the line goes.
And where it goes. Well, man, it seems like you're really knowledgeable on this. I think I should, guess, put you into a Gamblers Anonymous. I think you might have an addiction.
I know a lot about it, man. I started pretty young with gambling. I started when I was like... That's
still proving my point that I should be putting you into Gamblers Anonymous.
When I was like 8 years old, maybe 10 years old, I started with weekly football picks. So I had a friend in the neighborhood that his parents... own a company, and they would do weekly football picks. Everyone puts in $5. You pick who's going to win every NFL game, and then the tiebreaker is like the total points on Monday night. And like every year I would win it like once. My dad would pay the $5 for me. He'd put his name on the thing, and I'd pick for him. I would be Jeff Matthews. I'd make all the picks. Every Sunday I'd watch every game. I loved it. I would get so excited, and we did that for the longest time. Then they slowed down.
That's great parenting, dude. Let me tell you. It sounds like you live in a hardcore neighborhood. You guys are all just gambling. You guys are all addicts over there. We need to do something.
It was really, really innocent. Everybody pays $5 a week.
Nobody live in this neighborhood wherever Greg lives at. Just don't live in it because you're gonna just go down the wrong path. You're gonna become. Look at this man in front of me. You're gonna be looking like this guy, like a scrub that loves Jimmy Clausen and loses money all the time on sports betting. So stay away from wherever he's at.
Us?
No. I did. But yeah, but the thing is, like with this, I don't understand how it's going to work. Is everything going to be based off of Las Vegas numbers? Like I don't get.
Yeah, I would still say that what's going to happen for the basic start is that like all the money, all the experts are in Vegas, and like slowly companies are going to start pulling them away. But I think that like the hub is still going to be Vegas. You're just going to see a lot more. Like currently there's these offshore accounts, and they still like it's all generally the same. So like whoever's coming out with the odds first typically like Westgate Las Vegas is like one that's pretty big. Another one is like Bellagio, MGM Grand. Those ones those have the odds first, or like are the ones that are like projection on SportsCenter. Because it's so funny how like sports gambling's been illegal, but they're constantly talking about odds on SportsCenter. And like Scott Van Pelt, SportsCenter Scott Van Pelt, he literally has a segment on like Sunday nights where he talks about like his picks of the week, and then like the next Sunday they go over like the picks and they give new picks again. It's like, really? Like is this targeted? Is this a national broadcast, or is this only broadcast in Las Vegas? Like how are you allowed to target, like promote gambling to like the national broadcast when it's only legal in such a small geographical location?
Yeah, but also with that, don't you think that like Las Vegas is going to restrict their money market? Like I mean the spread and stuff like that. I mean all those odds are coming directly out of that area. All their experts are in that area, and then everyone's just utilizing them.
It's as simple as if you wanted to start your own book.
No, I get that, but now it's totally legal. That's an illegal concept. Now that it's legal,
yes,
fully
your own legal book. That's what I'm saying. A book is still legal.
No. Yeah, but
so you wanted to start a mom and pop up here that took bets. Vegas would post their odds. They have to post it and make it public. So they would post their odds. You would get theirs, and then you would just follow it. Yeah, and if their spread went up a little bit, you change yours with it.
Yeah, but I feel like
or whatever's on your books. If you had like something where Vegas, because that's why you'll see different spreads. So if everyone's betting on Conor McGregor on your book, you might want to move his money line down, even if McGregor is staying up.
Yeah, but I
in
don't think
Vegas.
I can start my own legal book. I think you still have to start like a company here.
Yeah, of course, dude. I'm just saying in general, like if you're anyone that starts a company, like.
But I feel
sports
like
gambling.
basically what they would do is they would restrict that. They say if you want to be licensed in the state of Florida, the state of Florida has to come up with their own hub, and those are the numbers you have to run off. You cannot run off of the Vegas numbers. And the Vegas numbers might always be better.
They'll hire some Vegas people, dude, and they'll pay them a lot more money to do it for them. Even though, I mean, yeah, they have to have the data analytics behind it, so I get that. But there's people smart enough to do it because all these offshore accounts are already doing it.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying they're going to have to do it. That's the only way. Like Vegas is going to be like, okay, well, you guys just can't take all of our shit and then say, oh, yeah, here you guys go. Here's the numbers. Like, yeah, just Vegas is still doing it.
I really don't know because, like, I don't think it's going to take that much market share from Vegas. I mean, it definitely will, but like it's $150 billion illegal because there's so many people that sports bet that can't get to Vegas. Like those people will now be able to do it legally. And then like I'm a guy that like when I'm in Vegas, I'm sports betting specifically because I'm in Vegas. Or I did it in Atlantis in Bahamas. Like I was in Atlantis in Bahamas and like I'm betting on every single baseball game every day that I'm there. Would I do that if I was here with like a book that I had or like just with friends? No.
You don't know. It's never happened.
It has happened. No, what I'm saying is like
it's never happened if it's going to be legal here to gamble.
No, I'm saying when it was illegal 2 years ago when I was in Bahamas, I bet on every baseball game when I was there because I had access to it legally.
Yeah.
But would I do that here illegally? No. Would I do that here legally?
Yeah.
I would do it more times than I would illegally.
No, of course.
You know
and
what I
you'll
mean?
do it legally, but then also there's people that maybe go out to Vegas and like the whales or whatever and like they bet on over there in sports, but maybe they fly in maybe like once a month or something like that. But now they're like, dude, I'm just going to bet on sports from my house. I'm sure they're going to lose some kind of revenue. Maybe it's not going to be an extreme amount, but I still feel like there's going to be some lost revenue in regards to that. Like, well, yeah, of course. That's why it's
because there are people that probably fly to Vegas from LA or drive to Vegas to like bet.
Yeah, to bet. Exactly. And I don't get how that works. So like if I were to fly to Vegas, make a bet and get a ticket and then fly
you can mail
back.
It in. Yeah.
Oh, I can mail it in?
There's shit on the back.
See, that's stupid
like,
then. It doesn't make any sense. So like basically.
But if you had a $10,000 winner and like, would you put it in an envelope and mail it?
No, I'd fly back.
Hell yeah, I'd fly back. That's what I'm saying.
But see, that doesn't even make any sense because it's just like you can only bet in this area, but you can bet like on the World Series that is going to take place a month from now. You can bet on that game right now.
Yeah.
You obviously don't fucking live in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Who lives there? And then you leave and then you win. And it's like, but that like what's the fucking difference? Like I just won ridiculous. Outside of that. It doesn't make any sense.
And that's why the argument is it's because of federal law prohibited.
It's just making people funnel Nevada, into one place and then leave.
It was all politics.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with anything else. It was all politics.
You think we're going to get a bunny ranch now out here too?
I don't know.
That could have happened. Maybe everything's going to have a Vegas. Dude, everywhere's going to have Vegas. We have the Hard Rock, all these Indian reserves. Are you allowed to do sports betting on the Indian reserves?
Nope.
What?
Nope.
Damn. But I guess
that's what I'm saying. It was completely illegal other than in Nevada. Every other state except for Nevada, all sports betting, even Indian reserves, all that.
And they're allowed to bet on the NCAA too, which I find pretty crazy.
Crazy nuts. Yeah, you can bet like Kentucky to win the basketball championship.
Which is crazy to me because like this is supposed to be sports in schools.
Amateurism.
Yeah, and amateurism. Yeah, that as well. In schools, there's students. We don't pay these guys.
Professional athletes.
But I can bet on them.
I can't stand that word amateur. And like, oh, did you play in college? Like, cool, congratulations. Like, but I never made it pro. Like, no, if you played Power 5 football, Power 5 basketball, you were a professional athlete. That's what you are. And that's who you are. Like,
you didn't play Power 5, so you're definitely not a professional.
No. No, but like,
I was.
If you played at Ole Miss, if you were starting quarterback at Ole Miss, Chad Kelly was a professional athlete. Did he make it in the NFL? No, but he was a professional athlete. People paid hundreds of dollars to watch him play, and TV deals worth millions of dollars to broadcast. How is that not professional? Like, what are you judging professionalism on?
Yeah,
because they're younger? Because they're taking classes too? Like, no, that's not like. It's the monetary value that provides the professionalism. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Are you a professional financial advisor because you sit on the sidewalk and you tell little kids what to do with their quarters in a lemonade stand? No,
you're a pedophile. You're 100% a fucking pedophile.
But if you go and you start working with high net worth individuals and planning their finances and showing them investments, you're a professional financial planner. It's the exact same concept. The monetary value and the scope of influence, hundreds of thousands of people, endorsements, the
stuff like that.
Yeah, the amount of eyes.
I mean,
that
you can't even really
creates.
I guess you can't even really say endorsements because schools are still sponsored, quote unquote, and they still get they get sponsored. They get equipment for free. So it really just dies down to like the monetization in regards to that and how much money, if you're making any money, does that qualify you to be a professional athlete? You know what I mean? That's all it is.
Yeah, but like they should be getting paid is the whole point. We've had a
podcast
on that
of course
before,
they should.
But it's like, the reason why you're able to call them amateurs because you don't pay them.
But we can still bet on them, dude. Definitely fucking bet on them.
Even more ridiculous.
So when it does become legal here in Florida or wherever you're living, maybe you just fly out to fucking Vegas. Maybe you just say, screw it, I'm just going to go to Vegas instead. Whenever it does become legal wherever you're living, are you going to be utilizing it to the full extent?
No.
No?
Just because in general, I don't gamble like I used to, man. Like,
are you going to be gambling every UFC pay-per-view?
No, every Conor McGregor UFC pay-per-view.
There's probably not going to be that many upcoming.
I haven't bet on UFC in forever.
Well, I'm just asking. But
I've
now
only all I bet on was a Kentucky Derby.
But the thing is, now you're going to have the ability to actually do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I wonder what the age
when I was
is
in
gonna
Europe,
be.
I was living in Vienna over the summer, and I had a sport book that was 2-minute walk from my flat where me and my friend lived. And so we walked there all the time. And we bet on sports all the time. Bet on tennis. Bet on this. Bet on that.
Sounds like a terrible friend. I would never let you do that. I'd say you're just wasting your dreams,
we
dude.
bet small, like €5 here, €10 here. But like I made some money sometimes. We were one game away from a huge parlay. The Dodgers had won like 17 out of 18. That one loss was at San Diego Padres, one of the worst teams in the league. We had like a 4 or 5 team parlay that would have paid out a couple €100, and we lost it because he's like, just add the Dodgers. I was like, why? Like, it doesn't even give us that much more of a payout. Add them, it gives us a little bit more payout. They're gonna win. They lost 2-1 or something to the Padres. I was so mad.
Yeah, but I mean, I actually have a story in regards to like, I keep making funny, but there's stories that like are funny that this is why I think you have an addiction, you have a problem. So like, there's a dog races or a kennel club. There's a kennel club around our area, and I went one time with Greg and a few other of my friends, and we go in there, and they also have
poker.
No, they have poker, but they have electronic
simulcast.
They have a simulcast betting, and Greg's like, "All right, the dog races don't start yet." He's like, "I'm gonna do this simulcast one," and he's looking at it. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna pick this one." I'm like, "Do you know what you're doing?" He's like, "No, man, but it's about to go on right now." And like, he just puts in money. He's like, "Yeah, puts in money, lets it all go, picks something random. I have no idea." He's just looking at numbers. He's like, "Yeah, this guy's, definitely 100%." I'm like, "You know what you're doing?" "Oh yeah, of course." Knows what he's doing. He's like, "All right, we got to go to TV9. All right, man, let's go to TV9. We go and look at TV9, and I look up, and I shit you not, it's dudes in fucking chariots. They're chariot racing with horses in front of them like they're back in the Roman times around a fucking dirt track. And I'm like, "Greg, what did you just bet on?" You're like, "I have no idea, but I also just lost." And I'm like, "You have an issue, dude. You 100%. We came here for dog races, and then you gamble on a chariot.
$2.40. Like, who cares?"
But you're over there. I know. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win this chariot fucking races, and then gladiators come out, of course. So, and I think they're all rigged. Like that same experience that I had at the same kennel club that same day. What is it? The super trifecta. There's so many weird things. I think it was like the super trifecta. You could pick 3 dogs, and it didn't matter which order they came in. You had to
get the superfecta, and then you had to get the trifecta.
And then basically, it didn't matter what order they came in, as long as it came in. Those 3 dogs were first, second, and third. That's a
trifecta. First, second, and third box. Trifecta box.
Yeah.
$6.
Yeah, something like that. And so I picked the dog. My one friend's like, "Dude, you got to pick the dog that's shitting." I was like, "Why? It's going to run faster." I'm like, "Okay, whatever. Let's pick these dogs." Give my dogs. I'm like, "Yes." They take off. The 3 dogs that I picked were out front. I'm like by a good margin. I'm like, "Oh my God." The board read like $1,700 to win off of $6. I'm like, "Dude, I'm about to win." And then like around the final turn.
It doesn't read how much you get paid until after the race.
Oh yeah, it was after it. Yeah, because it was 1,700 when it came up. After the final turn, the third dog just fucking ate it and fell and literally rolled into a fence. And I'm like, Son of a bitch. Fucking got lapped, dude. Lost. And then that's when it said $1,700, which also don't bet on dogs. Like, I think it's animal cruelty. I think they put rocks in their paws and stuff like that.
Really?
But Greg, I don't know if they do.
What do you mean rocks in their paws?
That's how they, what do you mean? That's what the thing is. Like, to slow down the dogs, like the lore is like, if the game is fixed, what they do is they put like pebbles and rocks in between the paws of the dog so that they run slower because they can't get a good grip, weighs them down a little bit, stuff like that. And then I also go, I went to church around the area too. And what was funny about my church was you go to church and then right when you walk out of church, literally right across the street in like red lights, Kennel Club. Fucking right across the church. I'm like, dude, let's go to church and then let's go immediately gamble on some fucking dogs. Like, it's literally right across the street. Like, the church is literally in front of the Kennel Club. It's like, who picked this plot for this church? Or, because I know the church was there after the Kennel Club. The Kennel Club's old. I'm like, who decided, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put this right in front of the church because everyone from that Kennel Club needs to.
It was cheap real estate.
Well, they need to pay for their sins. They're going to come over here and do this. But yeah, I mean, sports betting to me, like, I'm not going to do it. I'm still not going to do it when it comes legal because
you don't
there's
know anything. You don't care.
Well, there's so much that fucking, like, you're throwing out these fucking statistics. Like,
how many sports bets have you made in your life?
None. Technically none. In regards to, like, actual betting.
You
like,
bet on Conor McGregor.
No, but I bet with you. You bet for me. That's
but we won.
Yeah,
so
of
you're
course.
a winner.
Yeah,
you're
I'm a winner. But I'm saying, like, I've never really bet. Like, I bet through you, or like I've made like we bet on a stupid game, or like I've bet like in person, like one-on-one, but I've never made an actual bet. Like, let's play the money line. Let's run the spread. Let's do stuff like that.
You're actually so cheap that you would bet if you knew you were going to win shit. Like, I've seen you so many times, like, you're like not willing to bet if it's like 50-50, and it's like legit 50-50. Yeah. You're not willing to bet, but then like if you feel you have an advantage, you're like, let's go. Like, I've seen you, dude. You're funny. You're a funny guy.
Of course. That's just like with my friend.
But that's not the fun. I don't want to know that I'm gonna win.
I'm 100% like, dude, if I'm gonna win this shit, no matter what.
What's thrilling is the
excitement of winning,
and the potential of risk of loss.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go interview a bunch of people that fucking lost, and let's ask them, yo, was that exciting to lose $100,000? Yes, it was. I was so fucking happy.
No,
I was
they weren't
ecstatic.
Happy. They were pissed, but like, that's what makes
They're saying
the
that's
win so good.
It's not saying that the win is so good because that's why you won. The adrenaline when you're gambling, the whole thing is part of that adrenaline escape.
Exactly.
Like, to me, my adrenaline isn't, I win, might lose. It's, no, fuck yeah, I'm winning. My adrenaline's through the roof because I know you're an idiot. You're definitely losing this shit. That's like my friend that I made. He still owes me money for that bet on Gordon Hayward.
I literally would give people that would want to bet. I give them such good incentives. Like, if it's something like, I'll bet you in basketball, or I bet you in ping pong. I bet people in ping pong all the time. Like, I'll bet you $5.
Yeah, I'll never bet against you in ping pong.
But then like I'll be like, all right, I'll give you 5 points. Like, no, I'm gonna give you 7. I'll give someone 15 points where I'm guaranteeing you to lose just so I can get action. Like, I just want action on the game, even though I know I'm not gonna win, and I'll lose money just to get action.
Well, yeah,
I've done that before.
Yeah, you've done that with me. Well, I mean, we used to bet on playing pool, and like, I'm not good at pool. My other friend that played with me isn't good at pool, but you and our other friend, we're fucking big dogs. We know what the fuck we're doing. I could fucking hit it off of each fucking quarter, fucking make it.
I forgot who was in that
I'm
bet.
So good. I know exactly the two people that we've done it multiple times, and I was like, okay, like, I've seen you guys mess up so many fucking times. Yeah. I'm like, I'll definitely, dude, let's throw $20 on a game. I'm down. I'm definitely down.
It like we had to win 4.
You had to win 4. No, it was something like 4 or 3. You had to win 4 or 3.
You win 1. Dude, you're horrible at pool.
But I know that my odds
are so bad.
My odds are in my favor because you're gonna fucking mess up. It was like the first game you scratched on the 8 ball. I'm like, hell yeah, pay to us. And then it's like, all right, another one. I was like, okay, 3 games. We only have to win 1. We'll lower that down. All right, cool. You guys win the first one, the second one, immediately lose like the last one. Like, whoever did the thing, like, scratched on the fucking thing. It's like immediate loss. Then we won like $60 out of the whole thing because I know you guys. You guys tried to, like, watch this, dude. I'm like, all right, sweet. Yeah. In my pocket, I don't even have to do anything. Like, we have all our balls left on the fucking table. Yeah. You guys have an 8 ball, and I'm like, dude, my chances of winning at the moment are still like astronomical. Like they're so high right now. Probably I'm gonna say 75%. We got no balls in right now. Win.
That's so funny.
But that's your kind of mentality. To me, I don't bet like that. Like it's not that I don't want to bet like that. It's just like I don't get that adrenaline. Yeah. Maybe when I'm playing like house poker, I get that adrenaline only because I'm playing against people I know. When I go to an actual like poker room, I still don't get that adrenaline there because the fun to me is like beating you. You know what I mean? That's fucking fun.
I don't get adrenaline. I get butterflies when I play with people I don't know. When I play with people that I know, I don't get adrenaline because
we're opposite.
Yeah, it's weird. But like, especially like say in Phoenix, like I knew that I knew way more about the game than all those guys. So I was comfortable. I felt like I was like on top. I was the leader and I was like, okay, these guys don't even know what's going on. Like, I'm the one. And like, did I win? No, but like I played well and I got pretty far in a lot of them. But like, I still strategically knew the game, so I felt comfortable. When I go play at a poker room, I know that I'm the least experienced person there. Like, those people play religiously. They play all the time.
Well, see,
they know everything.
And I have the same kind of feeling. Like, I get adrenaline trying to beat like you. Like, every time I'm at the poker table, I'm like, I don't give a shit, dude, if I lose, as long as Greg loses like before me. I don't care. And I get adrenaline from like in that kind of aspect. But what I don't like is the thing is like, I know how to play this game. I'm not fucking this brilliant poker player, but I understand the game well enough, and I understand like probability and what's going on. Like when people are folding this, that, and the other, like in a regular game, that's fun to me. But then when you have somebody that's just like all in every time, what do you got? 7-2. Who the fuck are you, dude? What are you? This isn't even fun anymore. Yeah. So that gets me mad. And I have like in that regard, like I have fun in a poker room because it's cool to like read people and like actually play the game, but I don't get that adrenaline. I still get the adrenaline from like beating you or beating one of our other friends, especially like some of the friends we know that are like, you suck. And I'm like, no, dude, you suck, dude. You just lost. And it was obvious that guy had like trips or something and you played for no reason. I folded because I'm not a fucking idiot. I definitely said that guy is obviously, look what he's doing. I'm going to fold my hand. I just have a pair. You had a pair of fucking sevens, and you went and played against a guy that easily had trips.
Yeah.
So I get that stuff, but like with sports betting, to me, like I said, I don't understand a lot of how it works, and sports aren't interesting to me. I don't like betting on things that I'm not actually affecting.
I'm not on TV. It's tough.
Yeah, and I don't watch it, so I don't ever care about it. Like, I'm not hyped up about sports. I'm not hyped up about anything because if I'm not playing it, like I'm hyped up about sports if I'm like actually in the fucking game. Yeah. That's fun as shit. But when I watch it, like it is what it is, and that's why I don't really feel like I don't bet on it. But I know a lot of people that bet on it, and it's something that's actually going to I guess I could say benefit. It might not benefit them. We might see a lot of more people that are fucking homeless, but then they can actually bet and enjoy their bets as long as they're smart with it.
Well, let's see what the number goes from 150 billion when it's illegal to legal.
I wonder what's going to do. It's going to put a lot of illegal people out of work. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Anything else on this topic that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Pretty hungry. Oh, you were on the thing yesterday, but who's going to win, Cavs or Celtics?
Cavs. I said that on there.
Cavs in 6, right? And then who's going to win, Rockets or Warriors?
I think that might go 7, man. It's tough. I don't know. What's the series now?
I think they just wasn't their first game tonight. I know. I'm not.
I know. I thought it was 0-0 when you guys were talking about it yesterday, but
I have no idea.
Both played the same night.
I don't ever. I don't keep up with those
Tebow
things.
hit a 3-run home run. Nice.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, game 1 right now. Golden State 49, Houston 42.
Okay.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be competitive, man. But I don't know.
You think we're gonna see another rematch of the Cavs and Warriors?
I wouldn't mind it.
I mean, dude. But then if they've done it the past 4 years, might as well just say, hey, you know what? The season is over. We're just gonna wait. Everyone relax for 6 months, 7 months. Then when it comes to the time for the championship game, we're just going to put the Cavs and Warriors against each other. That's all we're going to do. It's like, what? Yeah, until we realize that you guys are decent enough to play against them, that's just what we're going to do every time. So that's all I had to say on that. And then you're out of town. You'll be back with us. Are you going to come Sunday for the nonsense news segment, or are you lying to me?
Maybe. I haven't decided yet.
Holy fucking shit.
I'll be
here. Wait. This is what I forgot to say on the nonsense news segment. And I was going to do it to you on the live stream. So this new thing came out that there's a bug in the iOS software. And if I send you the black dot emoji, it it literally completely wipes out your phone. Like, it fucks it up, and you can never turn it back on. It kills your phone. So, like, if you want to be a prankster and literally, like, fuck someone's phone up, don't send me that shit, dude.
No way.
I swear. They still don't have a fix for it.
Are you kidding me?
No.
How do you find that kind of a bug?
It just occurred, I guess, with the new updates. So, like, what it does is the text reader doesn't read it as an emoji. It reads it as text. Like, it reads it as, like, HTML or whatever they use, Python, whatever
Like
code.
that thing?
Yes, don't send it.
Just that one little black dot.
Yeah,
Are
don't
you
send that
kidding
to
me?
anyone, dude.
Not, but I'm just curious. I still think you're.
So your app reads well, I mean, it reads the text. It doesn't read the emoji. Like, so it'll be a text. So in that text within that emoji, it's so fucking astronomically big that it literally, the phone fucks up. And I think there's only one way to fix it at the moment. If you get that black dot, you got to like do a 3D press or something like that, but it doesn't work. And I was going to do that to you yesterday, but that's the only thing that I had with Nonsense News. And then we'll be back Sunday with it. Don't go and send that black dot to anyone, please, because they'll be super fucking mad. But that's it for the SnakeFang podcast. Thanks for joining me, Greg. We'll be back Sunday, and I'm going to be back tomorrow.
Go Jimmy Clausen.
Fuck Jimmy Clausen.
Go Notre Dame.
I'll be back with Dustin Borge tomorrow. And
Fighting Irish. Roll Dame Irish.
You guys can always subscribe to us on our YouTube channel where we upload these. We're actually going to make some video bits with my new camera. I fixed the on-screen display, so everything's good for Twitch. But you can follow us on the YouTube channel. Subscribe to us. That's just SnakeFang Podcast. You can always send us an email at snakefangpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at SnakeFangPod, or follow us on Instagram at SnakeFangPodcast. Until tomorrow, we will catch you later.